We're back. Of course, Daniel Alfredson was a guy who got criticized by the media for speaking his mind. And as much as, from my perspective, would like to see these guys breathe some life into interviews instead of giving us the typical 110%, we'll try our best, they're a great team, saying, you know what, I don't think we can play better. Now, it was taken a little bit out of context. He was just referring to how the Pittsburgh Penguins, the way they were playing, their power play was moving, there's no chance Ottawa can keep up. But was that a sign of giving up by Danny Alfredson, or was this taken way out of proportion by the media?
I think media put it out of proportion. That's a captain, I think. To me, a captain should come in and try lifting his players up and just trying to get all his players to step up to the game, step up to the plate, and let's go out there and give it what we got type of thing. That's my view on it. That just went too far.
Really, media blowing anything out of proportion? I've never heard of anything like that before. I've been on both sides of it. I've been on the media side. I've been the mic sticking in front of my face 15 minutes after a heartbreaking loss, and you say some stuff that you probably regret. You know what? The media has to have a little bit of heart, and of course, most media don't. Sorry, Moses.
Hey, I do have a heart. I'm trying to be honest. But at the same time, people don't want those answers. You want something refreshing. But when you do, and I'll admit this, when you do give a refreshing answer, you get criticized for it, which
exactly.
Sure you do,
but most media are looking for those
a negative.
Yeah, that five words, that one clip that's going to make their story, right? Yeah. And they'll keep on asking that. And I've been on both sides, trust me. And you keep on asking until you get what you want. And they got what they wanted, Alfie.
Well, my thing is I really want to interview John Tortorella and see what he does. That will be fun to watch. Hey, I do want to get to a moment that happened over the weekend. Hockey Canada officially across the board getting rid of body contact at the Pee-wee level. Now, I know you guys aren't big fans of this, but from the opposite end, I was going to say this beforehand, Saskatchewan, the only hockey association that denied this, did not want this in place, but now it's going to be across the board. I do want to say they have evidence now from the 2013 as opposed to 2003 that show the effects of concussions. We've learned a lot more. So would it be safe to say this, you know what, these kids are hitting puberty, they're at different stages, maybe perhaps we move that level up and keep the kids that are under 13 playing the game, learning those skill sets rather than learning how to body check?
I disagree with it. You go into Bantam and you're looking at a 13, 14-year-old kid, and some kids don't grow till they're 15, 16. Greg hasn't grown yet.
It's coming.
And you get a kid, you get some kids that are 6'2", 6'3", at 14 years old. Well, they're grown into a young man, and they're going to see more concussions in Bantam. In Pee-wee, I don't remember getting hurt in Pee-wee. In Bantam, I remember getting hit a lot harder in Bantam than I did in Pee-wee. Talking with Lance Ord, who spent some time in the eastern part of the world, in Europe, he said they hit from novice, and they learn how to hit, they learn to take a hit, they learn the whole game, they learn all of it then, and they develop as they go. So I just don't agree with taking the Pee-wee. I'm a parent, I have a kid going into Pee-wee this year, and he's small, but he's got to learn to take a hit, give a hit, and that's how you learn. It's NHL. If they put the clutching, grabbing back in, there's going to be less concussions. They're giving guys enough room to take a run at you now, is what's happening, in my point of view.
You know, I think the two key words is skill set. We teach skill set, how to shoot, how to pass, how to receive a pass, how to skate. All those are skill sets. Hitting is also a skill set. Let's teach these kids how to receive a hit, how to make a hit, and you got to teach them young. Because if you teach them all the other skill sets of being a hockey player, teach them that as well, and teach them young. You know, and I've been on both sides. You've seen kids get hurt, and concussions are not just limited to the kids that are playing the game. I'm in my mid-40s, 50s, 40s. I'm in my mid-40s, and I had concussions when I was younger, a lot of them, and I still have the effects of that at my age right now.
So if a yes or no answer, the evidence that they've brought forth, does that change your mind? Obviously, you guys are saying no, but does it at least make you think?
I think change the way they're coached. That's what I'm getting at. Show them how to hit. Show them how to receive a hit. I'm dead against it. I don't know if anything would change my mind. My son's had concussions and had 'em, and it's just from taking falls. But it's the way it goes.
So that's a no for you?
It's a no.
And yourself?
Total no. for me.
Okay, I want to get to these questions really quick. Alain Vigneault was fired as the head coach of the Vancouver Canucks. Do you agree what happened in Vancouver, and is this the beginning of wholesale changes for the Canucks organization?
I believe it's going to be an overhaul. I don't think he should have been fired. He's a heck of a coach.
Yeah, I think something had to happen, and unfortunately, a lot of that case, the coach takes a lot of the responsibility, but at the same time, general manager has to answer for it too.
Where does he end up?
I'm going to say in Edmonton.
It's hard to say. I say probably in Dallas, possibly.
Going back there, all right. I do want to mention, at least has ties there. John Tortorella, keeping his job. Surprising?
Very.
You know, something had to give in New York, and I thought it was going to be Brad Richards or Tortorella. Looks like Torts is holding on his job, and I guess his future in broadcasting has to be put on hold for a
So
while.
what happens to Brad Richards then? Does he stay? Do they make amends and he comes back next season, or is this bye-bye Brad?
It's bye-bye.
Bye out.
Yeah. He'll be packing his bags before they can even say that he's gone.
Yeah.
He wants out.
Well, that's a shame because those two had a great relationship in Tampa and at least his first year in New York. Hey, we got a great relationship here, but we're going to have to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we have Over Under next.